Good evening and welcome to another one of our virtual Talk Tuesdays. We are joined with not one but two of our recommended suppliers tonight, so I hope you're ready for a fun evening. First we've got obviously Louise from Lilly Dilly, and then at 6:30 we'll be joined from Leon from Webstones. If you've got any questions while we're live, do feel free to put them in the comments. We'll try to get them at the end. If you don't manage to get your comments in while we're live, do feel free to leave them in the comments regardless. Me and Louise will be looking at them throughout the evening and the next couple of days so we can answer them. Likewise, you are welcome to contact her directly with her information, which is just below. Her website and her email are there for you. I think that's everything. Let's crack on. So, Louise, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your company to start with?
Oh, hi Anna. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. It's lovely to be talking weddings again at last.
Yeah.
As you said, I'm Louise. My company is Lilly Dilly, and I am a designer and maker of all things accessories and gifts for anyone and everyone. So I design everything from scratch. I make it all myself. It's all unique to my brand, and I cater for ladies, gents, children, and even the furry ones. So even the pets.
Very important.
Definitely.
Perfect. How long have you been open for and how do you work? Is it mainly online based or shop based?
Okay, so I launched in 2015, so nearly 6 years now. That came about purely because of my own wedding experience in 2011. So yeah, when I got married, I felt like I wasn't a diva bride by any stretch of the imagination, but I kind of had a clear idea in my mind of what I wanted and how I wanted it to be, for everything really, you know, accessories and for decor and stationery, the lot. And I just couldn't find the suppliers at the time that could do exactly what I wanted. So I walked away from that experience kind of thinking, maybe this is something I could do, because I've always made things, I've always designed things. I used to customize my own clothes when I was a dancer when I was younger.
Wow.
So it's something that I started dabbling with initially as a hobby, I suppose. And then my situation personally changed and I decided to launch the business. And it's been so satisfying because I can now provide the service that I wanted at the time when I was getting married, and that's really fulfilling. I started off online. I started off doing a lot that way, and then in about 3 years ago I took on my own shop in Bewdley, so I've got my own boutique as well. So now I do both.
Perfect. Getting all from all different kind of angles then.
Yeah, I wanted to be able to provide the service to anybody and everybody, whether you be local, national or international. So that's the reason for having both the online and the shop, so that people can come to me if they want to do it personally and privately, and have an exclusive consultation, or I can do it virtually online. And I have a lot of international clients. I send things all over the world. So it's really nice to be able to provide that for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've obviously seen some of your products at some of our wedding fairs and online. You've got a vast range from like bridal headwear to alternative buttonholes. You've got it all. Would you say that some of your products lean towards a specific wedding trend at all?
I do keep the wedding trends in mind, and I do keep themes in mind, but the main sort of focus of what I do is completely bespoke. I think it's really important that the couples are able to express themselves through their accessories and their outfits for the day, and keep their character and be who they want to be on the day, and not pretend to be somebody else because that's how they think they should look. So the majority of what I do goes exactly along with what the couples want from start to finish.
Okay, lovely. Would you say that some of your items are more popular than others, or you got?
It's quite even across the board, but I'd say probably my top three: alternative buttonholes, definitely. I do a lot of those with the bullet cartridges and involving lots of different elements other than just flowers. So I can put personalized buttons in there. There can be, you know, twigs of dried flowers and sprigs of all sorts. Feathers I work a lot with, also known as the Mad Feather Lady. So that's probably my top one, followed very closely by cufflinks. I do a lot with bespoke wooden cufflinks, which can be personalised with hobbies or names, initials, father of the bride, that kind of thing, which is a really nice gift idea, and kind of solves two things in one, because it's an accessory for the day, but then it's also a gift to be given from the bride and groom. So that's a popular product. And then the third one, and probably the one that I enjoy the most, is the doggy accessories.
Well, big fans of dogs here. So what kind of products do you do for the dogs?
Oh, anything and everything. I have made everything from an ID tag to a ring bearing cushion that could go on the collar, to a full-blown tuxedo, to a silk flower collar. You name it, I make it, because that's important to me too, is that lots of people have pets, and myself included, and they are part of the family. They should be part of the day if you want them to be, and oh, they're just a joy. You know, I get loads of snuggles and kisses and lobbery kisses while I'm doing their consultations, so that makes me happy.
Yeah, absolutely, and they look adorable in all the photos as well.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, when you see them with the rings and a little pocket on their neckerchief and they're toddling down the aisle, it's just so cute.
Perfect. So I know you also do a few workshops as well. We've had a few here at Glenfall. But why don't you tell us a little bit more about those?
Yeah, so my background is actually teaching. I was a college lecturer for 15 years, not in art and design at all, in anatomy and physiology, but there we are. So having a teaching background and moving away from teaching, I really, really missed it. And I missed being able to pass on skills to people. So I decided, once I'd set up the shop, that I would look into teaching the craft side of things, so being able to do some mini craft sessions for adults and for children, and it has taken off really, really well. It's something that's gone with a bang, because it's so beneficial. Crafting is so beneficial both mentally and physically for people. It's a real lovely social thing. I've missed it like mad throughout COVID, but it gave me the opportunity to be able to pass on some of the skills that I've learned myself, some of the projects that people like to do at home. I've been able to work with them on those. Yeah, and I offer them at the boutique, which are quite intimate sessions, but then I travel all over. So I've been to you, like you say, and hosted one at Glenfall, which was absolutely lovely. There's lots of venues that I attend where I can deliver them. And that's a really, really nice thing to get involved with, for everyone, you know, no matter what age, no matter male or female. I have couples that come to do things together. And from that, I decided to actually launch hen and stag parties.
Oh yes, yeah.
So now I'm offering crafting as an alternative version to a hen or a stag party. So people can actually book me to do a crafting session. And it can be something completely random, or it could be something towards a wedding. I've had lots of people that have made their favours with their bridesmaids. So it's kind of done a 2-in-1 again.
Perfect. Do you do like kids parties as well as adult parties as well? Or?
Yeah, I do kids and adult parties, birthday celebrations, anything that can be celebrated, I will get involved with.
Perfect. So we are hopefully having some more workshops with you sometime in the future.
Yes,
we'll get them booked in. So if anyone watching has got any ideas of what they want to make, do let us know. We'll get that booked in.
Yes. Always love lots of new ideas, different projects and things that people come up with, things that they fancy having a go at. There's not a lot that I don't do or I won't try. So yeah, I love a challenge.
Yeah, well, I love the Christmas ones you did. I managed to sneak into one of those last time. It was
really fun, wasn't it?
Yeah. Something a bit different apart from lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Lovely. So obviously at the minute, a lot of our couples are going through a difficult time of postponing their weddings. So people who originally had planned a winter wedding are now having summer weddings and vice versa.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips that you can recommend to how to accessorize to fit their new season that they didn't have before?
Yeah, this is something that I've been asked quite a lot, and quite a lot of my couples have been chatting to me about it. I think my first bit of advice would be about the dress. So many people are panicking about the dress. You know, should I change the dress? Should I have a different one? Should I do an evening one that's different to the day one because now it's a different time of year?
Yeah.
And my advice would be no. You know, if you found that dream dress, you stick with that dream dress, because there are so many ways of adding to with accessories. So it might just be tweaking the hairpiece. It might be adding some detachable sleeves. That's a big thing at the moment, that they can just slide on and slide off if somebody wants to cover up or wants to be a little bit warmer. You can add a personalized jacket. You know, it's really on trend to have a beautiful customized leather jacket or denim jacket that can be thrown on. Another option, and something that I stock, is the beautiful cashmere shawls. So you could pop a beautiful cashmere wrap around your shoulders if it's going more into autumn winter, and that's something that you weren't expecting. Going the other way, it could be that maybe from winter to summer or spring, you ditch the shoes and go for something like barefoot sandals even. There's lots and lots of ways that you could change up the look and change up the whole sort of styling of the dress that you wanted originally. So that would be my first bit of advice, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. Just can make a lot of difference. Make you.
Yeah, absolutely, and the color palette as well. Don't fully change the color palette, because probably there's lots of things in place already. But maybe change an accent color, add in a richer color. As a swapsy for one of the lighter colours, if you're going from pastels down to, you know, autumn winter seasonal colours. Add in textures, maybe change up your silks for your velvets. Add in some dried flowers, feathers. There she goes again. Feathers is amazing for autumn winter, so it could still be exactly the same bridal bouquet maybe, but add in some feathers or add in some dried berries or something like that. Yeah, I mean, stay true. I would say to any couple, stay true to what the original idea was, but then just add in some very easy and very simple tweaks that can just work with the new season that you've ended up with.
Maybe changing like the tie to a floral tie can also have that sort of impact as well.
Yeah, totally. I mean, for the groom especially, that tends to be one of the last things that gets dealt with. Why that is. But yeah, so probably maybe the suits are in place, but maybe the accessories aren't. So you could just go with something like my customized neckwear and pocketwear, where you could add in a slightly different pattern or pick up the new accent colors and try and complement it that way.
Yeah, all good ideas. Lovely. How far in advance do you need to make bespoke items, or does it vary with different products?
It varies with the items. What I try to say is probably a minimum of 6 weeks. Yeah, just to give enough time for the design process, because I like my couples to be involved throughout the design process, right from the beginning right through to the end. I don't finalize anything without doing a design service, a sketch service, and then mock up pictures before anything is finalized. So it is a longer process when it's bespoke, but it does mean that you get something that is exactly how you want it to be.
Personal to you.
Yeah, it is important to bear the time element in mind if you're thinking of going bespoke for an item.
Absolutely. And if someone did want to get in contact with you to do a bespoke item, is it better to email you or video call you? At the minute, I assume it is more video sort of thing. But
after yesterday with the announcement, a bit more positivity going on. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, if everything goes as planned, that I'll be able to reopen the boutique from the 12th of April. So I will be taking appointments for personal consultations. But I mean, if somebody's a distance away or it's not something that they feel like they're comfortable doing at the moment, I'm very, very happy to do an email consultation, a phone consultation, or even a virtual Zoom meeting, or whatever suits the client's needs. So yeah, we'll work around it no matter what.
Perfect. I think this is one of our last questions. Have you anything in store for the future? Any new collections or anything like that?
I have. Very exciting, actually. I decided throughout the lockdown that I wanted to get back to my creative side, and all I really did was sketch. There wasn't a lot else to be doing other than homeschooling. Gosh, which drove everybody mad, I'm sure, me included. So yeah, I decided that this year I wanted to do 2 different collections, and mainly for bridal. And the reason behind that is that there's so many clients that have come to me that cannot find something different, especially for bridal wear, for headwear. It does tend to be a choice of a tiara or a bridal vine, otherwise a fresh flower crown. And that's quite limiting if you are somebody who has a very unique style or likes to be a little bit different or likes to think outside of the box. So I decided to design 2 new collections. The first one is a macrame bridal collection.
Ooh, that's very popular.
Different to what's on the market at the moment. It involves earrings, 4 different designs of earrings, and includes the macrame designs themselves, but also with freshwater pearls or Swarovski pearls in lots of different colours. So there's different variations of those. And flower crowns. She says flower crowns, macrame crowns, but they look a little bit like flower crowns because of the designs that are going on in them. And they are quite statement. But the whole collection itself is meant to be very relaxed. It's for a very boho, festival type vibe. I've added in, as well as the crowns, I've added in some veils.
Oh, really?
If you've noticed any macrame veils anywhere? I've had a lot of clients come to me that want to wear a veil, but not a traditional veil, and have this kind of very boho style going on. So I decided to launch some macrame veils as part of the collection. So it'd be very interesting to see how they get received, because they are very different.
Quite popular, considering a lot of these weddings are now, a lot of them in 2021 are in the summer. It'd be perfect for those sort of outdoorsy weddings.
Absolutely, and really eco-conscious as well, really eco-friendly, because I only work with 100% cotton cord. It's totally non-bleach, so it's very kind to the environment, and it just gives a really beautiful, soft, delicate look to that boho style, especially if there's a boho style dress involved and there's lots of lace and stuff. It's a really, really, really pretty look.
Absolutely, especially if you've got like I don't know what they're called, the wreaths, not the wreaths, but the hanging macrame as well.
Yes, the backdrops. They're beautiful behind the ceremony area. They look absolutely gorgeous. And when you combine it all together, it's a really, really flattering look. Then the other collection is completely the opposite. Another thing that I'm obsessed with working with as a medium is leather. And being very country based and very country styled in a lot of my products with the feathers and the tweed, I decided to create a leather collection. I started off with leather jewellery, which I have an everyday collection for. But then again, throughout lockdown, I decided to push my own skills and my own boundaries. And I've taught myself how to make leather flowers.
Oh, wow.
So I'm actually sculpting now with leather, and I'm creating bridal headpieces and earrings with leather.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Is it like the full headphones, or is it
full? Full. They're very statement, but very chic, very sophisticated, total luxury, because I only work with the genuine leather. So totally polar opposite to the macrame collection. But I felt it was a gap that was kind of there in the market, because there's so many beautiful dresses now that are understated, or even, trouser suits, jumpsuits, pockets. This is all very sleek and very chic, and doesn't really work with the general tiara or bridal vine. So I really felt that there was something missing, and I wanted to fill that gap. So Yeah, watch this space. That'll be coming very soon. Very excited about that one.
It all sounds like stuff you can also wear again.
Yeah, and that is in the back of my mind all the time, because weddings, let's face it, it's an expensive thing. It's not a cheap day, and if you're going to invest in beautiful accessories, then why not be able to recycle them and upcycle them and use them again and again and again? And yeah, that's definitely something that I do keep in mind when I'm designing my collections.
Absolutely. Lovely. Well, I think that is all the questions that we've got. If you do have any more questions that you want to ask us, as I said, me and Louise will keep an eye on the comments, and again, you can contact her directly as well. But in the meantime, Louise, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. Hopefully next time we see you, actually be in person at one of our wedding fairs.
Yes, I hope so. Woo, fingers crossed.
But yes, make sure you join us again at 6:30 to talk to Leon from Wedstones. But until then, have a lovely little evening. Bye.
Thank you, Anna.
Bye.
Bye.